Hello and welcome to APA's very first House Assembly.
The value we will be focusing on this week is a desire to contribute to society in a positive way.
This week's quote is from the Hindu religion. The great secret of true success, of true happiness, is this. The man or woman who asks for no return, the perfectly unselfish person, is the most successful. This quote infers that if you choose to help others around you at every opportunity, without expecting anything in return, you will end up living one of the most fulfilling and prosperous lives you could have ever dreamed of.
We at Arc Partner Academy would like to thank Mr. Evans, Miss Buffery and Mr. Atangana for their amazing contributions to the house system last year, and welcome 3 new heads of house who will be working together with myself, Mr. Sheehan, to support all of you in being a part of the house culture we have at Arc Partner Academy. Mr. Tomkinson will be head of Brunel, Miss Long becomes head of McQueen, Mr. Rees head of Rowling, whilst I remain head of Turin House.
Hello, it's Mr. Rees here. As many of you already know, I'm a geography teacher at APA, and I'm now also the proud head of Rowling House. I'm very excited to get both students and staff enthused this year in the amazing house events we have planned for all of you. I sought after this new role because I think we have so much amazing energy in this school, and that we can focus that drive through taking part in competitive, fun-filled events throughout the year. I think it's amazing to have secured the position of being head of Rowling House in particular, because J.K. Rowling's values align perfectly with what all the staff at this school want from all of you. J.K. Rowling demonstrated incredible resilience during her childhood, where she had a difficult upbringing, with her parents barely being able to afford to put food on the table. She did not, however, let this stop her from pursuing her dreams of becoming an author. And through sheer determination and great work ethic, she became the world's first billionaire author. Once J.K. Rowling had secured this billionaire title, she then impressively demonstrated what this week's value is all about. She managed to contribute to society in a positive way by dropping off the world-renowned Forbes billionaire list. How did this happen? It happened because she donated over $160 million to charity, helping those most in need. Rowling House will of course strive toward victory this year in the school's house events. However, we must recognise that no matter how successful we may be in this year's events, we will more importantly be victorious in life by sticking to our house values of being kind, caring and supportive toward others at every opportunity. Once J.K. Rowling had secured this billionaire title, she then impressively demonstrated what this week's value is all about. She managed to contribute to society in a positive way by dropping off the world-renowned Forbes billionaire list. How did this happen? It happened because she donated over $160 million to charity, helping those most in need. Rowling House will of course strive toward victory this year in the school's house events. However, we must recognise that no matter how successful we may be in this year's events, we will more importantly be victorious in life by sticking to our house values of being kind, caring and supportive toward others at every opportunity.
My name is Mr. Tomkinson, and some of you may already know me from your DT or your art lessons, but I'm now also head of Brunel House. Being head of Brunel is super exciting because he was a master engineer in Victorian times. How did he contribute to society positively? Well, over 100 years ago, he was the first engineer to build some of the most famous bridges in Britain, improve railway networks, and build underground tunnels, which are still being used today in London. So he not only helped improve transport in Britain, he helped improve trade in the Industrial Revolution, and he even helped connect Britain with America by building some of the first steam engine-powered ships.
Good morning, it's Miss Long here, and I'm beyond thrilled to be head of McQueen this year. I'm most excited to get to know all of McQueen House better and getting as many of you involved in some of the exciting events that we have planned. I've been a proud member of McQueen for 3 years at APA, and for this reason I was adamant to be head of McQueen when applying for the role. Who better than a DT teacher to bring McQueen, the house named after one of the most famous director, to victory this year? Sir Stephen McQueen is a film director, photographer and artist. He is a born and bred Londoner. He is a multi-award winner and has been knighted by the Queen herself. He most recently exhibited at the Tate Britain in London with his Year 3 project, photographs of Year 3 classes from London's primary schools. He famously won the Oscar for his feature film 12 Years a Slave in 2014. The film industry has traditionally been dominated by white men. Despite all the challenges that Steve McQueen faced throughout his career, he became the first black director to win Oscar for Best Picture, hopefully paving the way for a more culturally diverse community within the film industry. 12 Years a Slave was an extremely significant film in our recent history. It brought many of the atrocities of slavery to the forefront of public knowledge. The film tells a true account of Solomon Northup, an African-American man who was kidnapped and sold into slavery in 1841. McQueen's positive contribution to society was to highlight the true nature of racism and slavery in 12 Years a Slave, to help educate viewers on the shocking true nature of the time, and possibly to look for similarities in their present.
For those who do not know me, I am Mr. Sheehan, and this is my 4th year as head of Turin. 4th year, but still as excited and driven to help you all be the best versions of yourself. Alan Turing was a British scientist and a pioneer in computer science. During World War II, he developed a machine that helped break the German Enigma code. He also laid the groundwork for modern computing and theorized about artificial intelligence. Turing's contribution to society is huge. As such, we live in a world full of computers, thanks to the work of Alan Turing. I would like to see everyone this year contribute to Arc Partner Academy and our wider community by getting involved in house events, charitable events, and also being the best versions of yourselves towards staff and fellow students every day. I'll be particularly paying attention to members of Turing and would like to be told about the amazing contributions you have made to your lessons. To finish off, I'd like to tell you about the amazing house events we are running this week during lunchtime in your year bubbles. Today, the Year 7s will take part in bingo. Tomorrow, Year 8s will also take part in bingo. On Wednesday, the Year 9s will be taking part in a wall ball challenge. On Thursday, the Year 10s will be doing a crossbar challenge. And on Friday, the Year 11s will also be doing a crossbar challenge. I'd like to thank you all for listening. Have an amazing week contributing to society in a positive way.
And following on from Miss Stone's assembly last week, which was all about leadership, we're going to be discussing and introducing ourselves as the new leaders of the houses, but also about how you as students can get involved as the student leaders too.